guys, it's Jessica here. I'm here today with Scout, and we're heading outside to do the tutorial that It's Carson asked for. She is my friend, so I'm gonna do it. I've been doing a lot of video, what people request. ESSA Day in the Life coming soon. Finishing that later. So today she asked how I get him to jump. So basically, I have this. I bought this to train him, and there's some treats in there. Don't give them bigger treats the more they do it. So I'm going to show you guys what I mean by that. Obviously, I'm not going to give him a bunch of treats because he doesn't need it. But just for example, okay, so this is really low. So you want to take them up to your low jump. Now, obviously, he could just hop right over this. You're going to step over it. You're going to have them stand there, say smell, and they'll sniff it just to make sure it's okay. Then you'll walk them around it. No. You walk them back up to it. You'll say over. Right? Then, so obviously this is a process, however long it takes your dog to learn new tricks, that's basically what this is. And do it when you start training them, do it on leash, so they can know what they're supposed to be aiming at. And if they stop in front of it, tell them it's okay, over. But really, really, really encourage it on the way to the jump, just to make sure that they get over it. Now, obviously, he kicks his back legs up, which is a whole nother thing I had to teach him how to do. So I really wanted that form on him, specifically. Calm down. So what I did was I took these little, Velcro-y things. I put them loosely on his back feet, and he would walk kind of funny at first. But then when we would go over the jump, it would force him to kick his back legs up so they don't touch. No, it does not hurt him. He was perfectly fine. So you basically just really, really, really encourage them on what you want them to do. Really explain it. Really give them lots of pets after they do it. Now, he is obviously a professional at this, as you guys have seen in videos. But as you're coming up to it, the last 5 steps, you're going to say over, 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 and then you're going to tell them as you're coming up to it, you're going to loosen it a little so they have room to jump. I'll show you what I mean. And then after they jump and land, take them out a little ways and then stop them and give them pets and even break off a piece of tree. So I'm going to show you a couple things to start off with. Come. Don't start from too far away, or else they'll think that they're supposed to just run out. Ready? Start at a very slow pace. See how I came out a little bit? And we're going to come back. Good boy. Give them pets. And then you'll give them a little thing. It's a treat. So you'll give them that. So then what you do is after they get really comfortable with over and they can do it off leash, I'm not going to show because he can do it off leash without collar. You just have to have them have cues to here, Scout. See, like that. Make sure they know their name. Make sure you can get them to come here without a leash. Ready? Here, Scout. So he'll just come right over. Sit. Scout, sit. Sit. Good boy. So make sure they know that kind of stuff, like the basics. Now, when you come to jumping higher, you want to really, really encourage their speed. Their speed is a really important thing. So he's figured out how to do the speeds on his own. Like he'll just give me a speed check and like speed up, and I'll have to go with him for the higher jumps. But for the lower jumps like this, try to keep them at a steadier pace so they can get over it without stumbling. So like, not like a full-on sprint like you guys see me doing with the bigger jumps. Do more of like a jog or a very slow run. Sorry, bud. So they can get that pace going. So I'm gonna show you what I mean by that. Let's go. Here. So yeah. If you make them go too fast, so I don't know if you guys could tell, but he went really fast. Stay. He was going pretty dang fast. Here, Scout. He hears the kids next door. Here, Scout. So, basically, good boy. Basically, like, so like he was going a little bit too fast for a small jump like that. So if you're gonna have them jump like smaller, like honestly, make sure you have good control. I know I sound like a broken record, but you need speed. You need to work on like what I started off with was control. Then I did little tiny jumps, and obviously he was afraid of them at first. So like at first he would like stop in front of it, and I would tell him it's okay, good boy. And I even had a wide enough jump so that we could both go over it just for showing, I guess. And after 2, almost 3 years, he can jump pretty high. But it takes consistency and practice. And so now I'm going to show you the pace you should go at for lower jumps like this. And then I'll slowly raise it up and show you guys the difference between control, non-control, stuff like that. Come on. I know, you're bored. See, that was so much better, so much smoother. He tried to bolt at first. He like lunged, but as long as you have a grip, as long as you can go up, they should stop. So then you gotta go at like a really, really steady pace for the first. I think I spent 3 months teaching him the basics. He was also super scared. And golden retrievers cannot jump high. I've learned that. Mine has bad hips, so not recommended. More recommended like athletic dogs, or if you're gonna do like a small dog, no, chasing the cat. If you're gonna try to do a small dog, which I know it's Carson has one, you cannot even this will probably be like their max height because they have such little legs and stuff. But I also know she has a big dog, so her big dog should be able to. I'm gonna grab the raised pole. You're fine. I don't know if you guys can hear the neighbors, but they're kind of loud. So obviously I didn't raise it up much, just a teeny bit. You do a teeny bit at a time, and obviously make sure that you can go around it to teach them that they are independent and they don't need you to do everything with them. So I raised it up a little more than you should the first time. You raise it up, but he has to go a slight bit farther back to get the build up he needs. So he picked his pace there. I typically stand, cat's out. I typically like to give them a little more opportunity to make their decisions, because I feel like when you start controlling them more and more, they hate it. And he loves doing this. Scout, no. He loves what he does, but that's because I did it the right way. Like, there isn't no right way. I kind of just got like inspiration and decided to teach him my own way, so I'm sharing this with you guys. This is a really easy version of a very basic. So, as you keep raising it up, you have to go farther back, which is why he takes some really big jumps sometimes. But if you let them pick their pace, they will get to it a lot better. Just make sure that when they're first starting, you really get them over it before you let them pick your pace, and make sure they trust you and you trust them, all that kind of stuff. And then sooner or later, you'll be able to jump, well, depending on the dog, they'll be able to jump their max height. Obviously, he's not in the best shape right now because of winter. Calm down. So what next I'm gonna do is gonna show you how to do the release with the leash. So, come here, Scout, good boy. So, good boy, stand. Give him a little treat. Here you go, take it nice. Eat it. So, the leash, so hold it like you normally would to get him down there. Then, my gosh, as you come up closer, you're gonna just kind of like slide your fingers down a little bit just to give them more room to fully exceed. Now I can do him off leash, but when you start, have one hand on the end, one hand at your normal walk spot, like here. Slide it up so they have room. I can do a better tutorial on that if you guys want later. Just let me know. Scott, let's show them how we do this. Now, you want to teach them the command over. So when they're off leash, you can be like, run a couple steps and then say over and point to it, and they can just glide right over. He knows over, and I also taught fly, because sometimes when it's a really big jump and they're going way too fast, they'll get this like really far back spot. Like if the jump was this stick, for example. Well, that didn't work, did it? This stick. So you're coming up to it, and they'll jump from, this for a better view, they'll jump from way back here, and the jump expands to over here. You will have to teach them fly so they know to push off harder. Wanna go see Kitty? Go see Kitty. And then eventually, once you guys gain trust and confidence, you can jump the tops of your jumps. Now you can make jumps out of anything. Obviously I use a seesaw a lot. But you can also use buckets and sticks, wood. You can make your own. You can buy them off of Amazon. Actually, that's where I got my jumps that I use for Hobby Horsing and him. They're the Better Sporting Dogs or something on Amazon. They're pretty good, pretty solid. You can either connect them like fully. So then, confidence, trust, handling, and speed. Fly. Good boy. Now, did you guys probably heard me say fly instead of over. He was preparing to take off, quite a bit bigger than I really needed. But when you're off leash, you have to teach them to do it like that. So I'm gonna show you guys. No. There's a lot of distractions, so I am gonna have to keep his collar on. Come. Here, Scout. Over. Good boy. Here, Scout. So obviously I can just let go, say over. Let's go. Here, Scout. Good boy. Comes. Sit. Good boy. So now I will say one thing, that you can't just get mad at them or give up when they don't do it the first time, because I can assure you they won't. Just like Hobby Horsing, for say, you won't know how to do it the first day. Hi, Roxy. Ooh, hi, baby. Scout, did you just throw up? No? Okay. Now obviously he has had way more practice. Put that down. He has had way more practice than some of y'all's dogs. And time and effort, man. Like, truthfully, you guys just need to be faithful in yourselves. Believe, trust in your dog, and just kind of like follow the stages. If you have any more questions, drop them down in the comments below and I will for sure get that back to you. But bye guys, love y'all. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial and hope this helped you guys a lot. Would you stop?